Ever pondered how the British Raj shaped India? Our journey begins in the year 1858, a pivotal moment in India's history. The previous year had been marked by the Sepoy Mutiny, a widespread rebellion by Indian soldiers serving under the British East India Company. The consequences of this revolt were far-reaching, leading to a significant shift in the power dynamics of the country. Post the rebellion, the British East India Company, a commercial entity that had controlled vast territories in India, found itself stripped of its powers. The British Crown assumed control, marking the beginning of the British Raj, a term used to describe the period of direct British rule over India. This shift wasn't just a change of hands, but a fundamental alteration in the way India was governed. The British Crown brought with it a new administrative system, transforming what was once a collection of loosely connected territories into a more centralized state. The immediate impacts on Indian society and governance were profound. The traditional rulers, the Maharajas and Nawabs, were relegated to ceremonial roles, their powers severely curtailed. The British introduced a new bureaucracy that was largely run by British officials, creating a shift in the power dynamics that would have lasting impacts. The introduction of English as the medium of administration and education, and the establishment of a uniform legal system across the country were other significant changes. These changes didn't just affect governance, but also had a profound impact on the social fabric of the country. They created new opportunities for some, while others found themselves marginalized, sowing the seeds of social transformation that would unfold in the years to come. Thus began an era that would dramatically reshape India. The British Raj, a period of 89 years, left an indelible mark on the country, the echoes of which can still be felt today. Its impacts were far-reaching, influencing every aspect of Indian society, from politics and economics to culture and social structure. As we delve deeper into this fascinating period, we'll uncover how the British Raj shaped India in ways that continue to resonate even today. How exactly did the British Raj alter India's political landscape? This question warrants a thoughtful exploration into the past, as the transformation was profound and far-reaching. However, the real power still remained with the British officials, making these changes more of a facade than a true power shift. The Raj rewrote India's political rulebook, setting the stage for a new era. Indeed, the British Raj, with its introduction of Western-style governance, a new legal system, and a professional bureaucracy, completely transformed the political landscape of India. But as we'll see in our next segment, the economic and social impacts were just as profound, if not more so. But what about the economy and the social fabric? The British Raj left no stone unturned. As we delve into the economic shifts during the British Raj, we witness a revolution in infrastructure. The British introduced railways, telegraph, and postal services, dramatically transforming the Indian landscape. The railways in particular were a game changer. They connected distant corners of this vast subcontinent, making travel and trade faster and more efficient than ever before. The telegraph and postal services, on the other hand, stitched together a communication network that was previously unimaginable. But these advancements came at a cost. The British Raj exploited India's resources to fuel their own industrial revolution. India, once a renowned exporter of fine textiles and spices, was reduced to a mere supplier of raw materials to British industries. The once flourishing Indian industries faced a steep decline, and the economy was reshaped to serve the interests of the empire. Simultaneously, the social fabric of India was being rewoven. The English education system was introduced, providing a Western style of learning that was starkly different from the traditional Gurukul system. English became the language of the elite, creating a new social hierarchy. This education system also instilled a sense of Western superiority in the minds of the Indian populace, leading to a cultural shift. Moreover, the British Raj implemented the infamous divide and rule policy, exacerbating existing social divisions. They manipulated caste and religious differences to maintain control, leaving behind a legacy of communal tension that India grapples with even today. But it was not all one-sided. The new education system, while flawed, produced a generation of Indians well-versed in Western thought and ideals. This, in turn, played a significant role in the rise of nationalism, setting the stage for India's struggle for independence. The British Raj thus left an indelible mark on India's economic and social structures. The repercussions of these transformations resonate even today, as India continues to navigate its complex colonial past while charting its own path towards the future. Did the British Raj sow the seeds of its own downfall? This question takes us to the heart of the rise of Indian nationalism, an inevitable response to the British rule. As the British Raj was reshaping India's political, economic, and social spheres, it was simultaneously stirring a potent sentiment among the Indian masses, a yearning for self-rule. The British introduced Western education, press, and legal systems, inadvertently fostering a new class of educated Indians. This group, exposed to liberal ideas of democracy and nationalism, began to question and challenge the alien rule. They started to see the stark contrast between the ideals of freedom, equality, and justice they were learning about and the reality of their subjugation under the British Raj. The year 1885 marked a significant turning point, with the formation of the Indian National Congress. Initially, it sought moderate reforms, but as the years rolled by, its demands grew bolder, clamoring for Swaraj or self-rule. The Congress became the torchbearer of Indian nationalism, uniting diverse ethnic, linguistic, and religious groups in a common struggle against the British rule. Meanwhile, the Muslim League was formed in 1906, voicing concerns of the Muslim minority and later championing the cause for a separate Muslim state. The British Raj, which had ruled with an iron fist, found itself facing an increasingly united and determined Indian populace. The Raj's attempts to suppress these voices with draconian laws and brutal force only added fuel to the fire. The massacre at Jallianwala Bagh in 1919 and the subsequent non-cooperation movement led by Mahatma Gandhi marked significant milestones in this struggle. Finally, in 1947, after two world wars had drained Britain's resources and bolstered Indian resolve, the British Raj came to an end. India, the jewel in the crown of the British Empire, was now free. In the end, the British Raj had unknowingly paved the way for an independent India. Its policies, aimed at strengthening its hold, had instead sown the seeds of nationalism, leading to its eventual downfall. The end of the Raj marked the dawn of a new era, an era of a free and independent India. The British Raj ended in 1947, but did its influence really cease? This question nudges us to explore the enduring legacies of this era on modern-day India. Firstly, let's touch upon the English language's prevalence in India. Today, English is one of the country's official languages, widely used in education, business, and administration. It's a direct vestige of the Raj era, when the British imposed their language as a tool of governance and control. Today, English serves as a bridge connecting India to the global stage, fostering international relations and enhancing economic prospects. Next, the parliamentary system of governance India employs is a clear imprint of the British. The Raj introduced a semblance of representative government, albeit limited and controlled. Post-independence, India adopted a democratic system, keeping the parliamentary structure but ensuring it would be far more inclusive and representative. This system continues to be the backbone of Indian democracy, but the British Raj's impact wasn't all positive. The economic policies of the Raj era had long-lasting implications. The deindustrialization of India, the exploitation of its resources, and the impoverishment of its people were consequences of British rule that India grappled with for decades post-independence. Even today, the challenge of economic disparity and poverty can be traced back to these colonial policies. Similarly, the social fabric of India was forever altered. The British policy of divide and rule sowed seeds of communal discord that continue to reverberate. The partition of India and Pakistan in 1947, an immediate aftermath of British exit, was a painful event whose scars are still visible in the subcontinent's psyche. In conclusion, the British Raj's legacy is a complex tapestry of linguistic, political, economic, and social influences. It's a tale of adoption and adaptation, of exploitation and endurance. The British Raj era may have ended, but its echoes can still be heard in the India of today. The understanding of this history is crucial to appreciate India's journey from a colonized nation to a thriving democracy.